Today I learn the law of love. Today I learn the law of love. Today I learn the law of love. That what I give my brother is my gift to me. That what I give my brother is my gift to me. This is your law, my Father, not my own. I have not understood what giving means, and thought to save what I desired for myself alone. And as I looked upon the treasures that I thought I had, I found an empty place where nothing ever was or is or will be. And who can share a dream? And what can an illusion offer me? Yet he whom I forgive will give me gifts beyond the worth of anything on earth. Let my forgiven brothers fill my store with heaven's treasures, which alone are real. Thus is the law of love fulfilled, and thus your Son arises and returns to you. Today I learn the law of love. Today I learn the law of love. Today I learn the law of love. That what I give my brother is my gift to me. That what I give my brother is my gift to me. How near we are to one another as we go to God. How near is He to us? How close the ending of the dream of sin, and the redemption of the Son of God. Today I learn the law of love. Today I learn the law of love. Today I learn the law of love. That what I give my brother is my gift to me. That what I give my brother is my gift to me. Today I learned the law of love, that what I give my brother is my gift to me. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today in studying Lesson 344 out of A Course in Miracles. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace version this year. Here on Monday, December the 9th of 2024. Lesson 344 says, today I learned the law of love, that what I give my brother is my gift to me. We seem to have forgotten in our maze of complexity that we've created for ourselves, that what we give, we're not just giving to others and blessing them, but that's the exact measure that we bless our own selves. So we want to be quick to be able to give, because that's how we keep, that's how we gain, that's how we extend the kingdom of God, is by giving what we want. Today I learned the law of love, that what I give my brother is my gift to me. This is your law, my Father, not my own. I have not understood what giving means, and thought to save what I desired for myself alone. And as I looked upon the treasure that I thought I had, I found an empty place where nothing ever was, or is, or will be. Who can share a dream? And what can an illusion offer me? Yet he whom I forgive will give me gifts beyond the worth of anything on earth. Wow, catch that. You know, I didn't tell you, I'm forgiveness teacher, Forgiveness Willie, and this particular passage is one that we really want to take note of if you're wanting to learn to practice forgiveness, which obviously that's what you're wanting to learn if you're tuning in with me, because that's the only thing I really want to teach, because it's the only thing I really want. How does he say it? Yet he whom I forgive will give me gifts beyond the worth of anything on earth. Let my forgiven brothers fill my store with heaven's treasures, which alone are real. Thus is the law of love fulfilled, and thus your Son arises and returns to you. How near we are to one another as we go to God, and how near is He to us. How close the ending of the dream of sin and the redemption of the Son of God. Well, just hold out your gifts of forgiveness to all your brothers and sisters, and it opens up the treasure house for God to give you gifts that are already yours that you weren't aware of when you're walking through the maze. Okay, well, let's go back a page to what is a miracle. And, you know, sometimes I sing these, sometimes I don't. I've got a pretty strong cold, COVID. Anyway, so I don't think I'll sing it today. But I wanted to tell you, these are really simple little tunes, and they vary a little bit in my mood, and the chords stay the same generally. But I change the melody a little bit, and I don't want them to be perfect necessarily, always exactly the same. And what I try to do is I try to use my small amount of ability to show you that you can do the same with your abilities. You don't have to be really a good musician. If you play the guitar a little bit or play the piano a little bit, play these chords and sing the songs to yourself or to God or to your neighbors or to your family. And you can vary them and alter them. When we all get together, if we play the same chords with the same timing, it'll sound really nice. Particularly, we all have a little different melodies. They'll all be different harmony parts. But anyway, what I'm trying to encourage you to realize is that you can play these songs that I do, and you don't have to be a really good musician. I try to do these really simple so that you can do them. I find it so helpful to me, particularly when I'm tired or when I got a lot of stuff in my mind, I can't keep my attention focused. Just play the song, and that really brings it home for me. So anyway, hopefully it'll bring it home for you too. But today we're just going to read it. What is a miracle? All that preface for what we're just going to read it. But you can sing it. What is a miracle? A miracle is a correction. It does not create nor really change at all. It merely looks on devastation and reminds the mind that what it sees is false. It undoes error but does not attempt to go beyond perception nor exceed the function of forgiveness. Thus it stays within time's limits, yet it paves the way for the return of timelessness and love's awakening. For fear must slip away under the gentle remedy it brings. A miracle contains the gift of grace, for it is given and received as one, and thus it illustrates the law of truth the world does not obey, because it fails entirely to understand its ways. A miracle inverts perception which was upside down before, and thus it ends the strange distortions that were manifest. Now is perception open to the truth. Now is forgiveness seen as justified. Forgiveness is the home of miracles. The eyes of Christ deliver them to all they look upon in mercy and in love. Perception stands corrected in His sight, and what was meant to curse has come to bless. Each lily of forgiveness offers all the world the silent miracle of love, and each is laid before the Word of God upon the universal altar to Creator and creation in the light of perfect purity and endless joy. The miracle is taken first on faith, because to ask for it implies the mind has been made ready to conceive of what it cannot see and does not understand. Yet faith will bring its witnesses to show that what it rested on is really there, and thus the miracle will justify your faith in it and show it rested on a world more real than what you saw before, a world redeemed from what you thought was there. Miracles fall like drops of healing rain from heaven on a dry and dusty world where starved and thirsty creatures come to die. Now they have water. Now the world is green, and everywhere the signs of life spring up to show that what is born can never die, for what has life has immortality. Okay, now let's go look in Psychotherapy, Purpose, Process, and Practice. And we're in Chapter 2, the process of psychotherapy. And we're ready for Roman numeral 6, the definition of healing. And, of course, all day today, every hour, try for the top of the hour, tell yourself, today I learned the law of love, that what I give my brother is my gift to me. Keep that, cherish it in your mind today. Practice what it's trying to get you to do. In those hourly remembrances, give God thanks for something. Ask for guidance, what to do. Be sure you're at peace. It's your check-in time. Check in with God every hour, whether you like to or not. Make it a habit. You'll like to. And, of course, if you don't like to, don't force yourself. We can't use coercion to reach God, because He wants us all to feel free, because that's how He made us, to be free. Be sure to do a longer practice period, morning and evening, before you go to bed. When you first get up in the morning, take as long as you want, 5, 10, 15 minutes or longer, and sit in the silence, bathed with this idea. Today I learned the law of love. Today I learned the law of love, that what I give my brother is my gift to me. Okay, the definition of healing. The process of psychotherapy, then, can be defined simply as forgiveness, for no healing can be anything else. Wow, catch that. The process of psychotherapy, then, can be defined simply as forgiveness. The process of psychotherapy can be defined simply as forgiveness, for no healing can be anything else. The unforgiving are sick, believing they are unforgiven. The hanging on to guilt, its hugging close and sheltering, its loving protection and alert defense, all this is but the grim refusal to forgive. God may not enter here. The sick repeat over and over while they mourn their loss and yet rejoice in it. Healing occurs as a patient begins to hear the dirge he sings and questions its validity. Until he hears it, he cannot understand that it is he who sings it to himself. To hear it is the first step in recovery. To question it must then become his choice. Paragraph 2. So we want to question our reality of the way we're seeing it. We want to let the miracle change that upside down inverted perception to being right side up. But first thing, that's why lesson 1 will begin next year when we start with lesson 1, which will start here on January 1. Nothing I see means anything. What's that? And He wants us to take the meaning away from what we've given everything so that we can begin to see. If you have too strong an opinion about what things mean, you can't really be taught. And have an open mind so we can learn. There is a tendency, and it is very strong, to hear this song of death only an instant and then dismiss it uncorrected. These fleeting awareness represent the many opportunities given us, literally, to change our tune. The sound of healing can be heard instead. But first, the willingness to question the truth of the song of condemnation must arise. The word truth is in quotes because it's really not truth, but you think it is because of your upside down perspective. The strange distortions woven inextricably into the self-concept, itself but a pseudo-creation, make this ugly sound seem truly beautiful. The rhythm of the universe, the herald angel's song, all these and more are heard instead of loud, discordant shrieks. 3. The ear translates, it does not hear. The eye reproduces, it does not see. Their task is to make agreeable whatever is called on, however disagreeable it may be. They answer the decisions of the mind, reproducing its desires and translating them into acceptable and pleasant forms. Sometimes the thought behind the form breaks through, but only very briefly, and the mind grows fearful and begins to doubt its sanity. Yet it will not permit its slaves to change the forms they look upon, the sounds they hear. These are its remedies, its safeguards from insanity. Paragraph 4. The testimonies which the senses bring have but one purpose, to justify attack and thus keep unforgiveness unrecognized for what it is. Seen undisguised, it is intolerable. Without protection, it could not endure. Here is all sickness cherished, but without the recognition that this is so. For when an unforgiveness is not recognized, the form it takes seems to be something else. And now it is the something else that seems to terrify. But it is not the something else that can be healed. It is not sick and needs no remedy. To concentrate your healing efforts here is but futility. Who can cure what cannot be sick and make it well? Paragraph 5. Sickness takes many forms, and so does unforgiveness. The forms of one, but reproduces the forms of the other, for they are the same illusion. So closely is one translated into the other, that a careful study of the form of sickness will point quite clearly to the form of unforgiveness that it represents. Okay, so each unforgiveness will create a certain type of sickness. And if you'll look at what the sickness is, you'll begin to see what unforgiveness you're holding. There's whole studies that have been done on this. A favorite book of mine that gives a really wonderful list of some things you could start looking into if you wanted to start studying this is a book by Louise Hay, and it's called Heal Your Body. And she's got a list in there of a number of different things that people do that represent that how they manifest into different sicknesses. And they're all just different forms of unforgivenesses. So let's read that again, paragraph 5. Anyway, I just want to encourage you about that book. You might look to find it. You might help you. It's a real small book. Louise Hay book, Heal Your Body. Sickness takes many forms, and so does unforgiveness. The forms of one but reproduce the forms of the other, for they are the same illusion. So closely is one translated into the other, that a careful study of the form a sickness takes will point quite clearly to the form of unforgiveness that it represents. Yet seeing this will not effect a cure. That is achieved by only one recognition, that only forgiveness heals an unforgiveness, and only an unforgiveness can possibly give rise to sickness of any kind. So just because you see it doesn't mean that you let it go. It's when you let it go, now you've forgiven the unforgiveness. And that's what he wants us to reach to. Because you got to see it first, though, and then you let it go. Paragraph 6. This realization is the final goal of psychotherapy. How is it reached? The therapist sees in the patient all that he has not forgiven in himself, and is thus given another chance to look at it, open it to reevaluation, and forgive it. When this occurs, he sees his sins as gone into a past that is no longer here. Until he does this, he must think of evil as besetting him here and now. The patient is his screen for the projection of his sins, enabling him to let them go. Let him retain one spot of sin in what he looks upon, and his release is partial and will not be sure. And so basically the teacher or the psychotherapist is getting another opportunity for forgive his own sins by the sins that his brother and sister are demonstrating. He's to see them as healed. Look beyond the form and see the formless, the Christ inside that soul that's sitting with you. Okay, and the last paragraph, 7. No one is healed alone. This is the joyous song salvation sings to all who hear its voice. This statement cannot be too often remembered by all who see themselves as therapists. No one is healed alone. This is the joyous song salvation sings to all who hear its voice. This statement cannot be too often remembered by all who see themselves as therapists. Their patients can but be seen as the bringers of forgiveness, for it is they who come to demonstrate their sinlessness to eyes that still believe that sin is there to look upon. Yet will the proof of sinlessness, seen in the patient and accepted in the therapist, offer the mind of both a covenant in which they meet and join and are as one. Wow, we're going to see ourselves and our brothers and sisters and heal and be healed. Okay, let's go take a look at, well, that sure does speak well of our lesson. Today I learned the law of love, that what I give my brother is my gift to me. Okay, let's see what's going on around the world today. Feast of the Immaculate Conception. Some people, I think, practiced yesterday, and other people for today. That's a Catholic holiday, I'm pretty sure, which surprises me that there's 2 days, but it may just be I didn't understand. Christmas card day, a good day to send out maybe a text message to all your friends. Tell them Merry Christmas. You can remind them that we're going to be starting on January 1. Send them a link to this or a video, one of these videos, so that they can be ready and join us also next year. Cremation Day, interesting holiday. The largest slave owner in South Carolina was cremated on this day. He didn't want to be buried. Afraid he was going to wake up, so he wanted to be buried, or wanted to be cremated. He was the largest slaveholder in North America. He was also the president of the Continental Congress. His name was, what did I write down his name? Henry Lawrence of Charleston, South Carolina. Anyways, cremated today. First documented open-air cremation in the United States. Expect there were lots of cremations before that, but it's the first documented one. He was kind of a well-known fella. Green Monday, I think that's kind of like Black Friday. Green Monday, busy Monday for Christmas for businesses. International Anti-Corruption Day. That ought to be every day, huh? We don't have any corruption in our lives. And here's I think the longest one we have. International Day of Commemoration and Dignity of the Victims of the Crime of Genocide and the Prevention of this Crime. Or just, I guess it's short form of that, World Genocide Commemoration Day. International Day of the Veterinary Medicine. Llama Day. Llamas, those are related to, they're a South American animal that's related to the camel. It's the llama glama. It might be the llama glama. Anyway, llama glama. I think it's glama. They'll spit in your face if they take a notion that they want to. They're chewing. They just spit their cud in their face. I've had some llamas. They're kind of fun. Weary Willie Day. He was a comic by Emmett Kelly during the Depression era. And World Techno Day. And then the red Kalibos cabbage out of Seed Savers Exchange. It's also a Brassica oleracea. And it says that the red Kalibos cabbage, this beautiful Eastern European cabbage variety, bears elongated red heads framed by greenish red leaves. The sweet flavored leaves of these dense 2 to 3 pound heads are perfect for shedding for slaws and salads or used in pickling. A good keeper that adds an ornamental quality to the vegetable garden. 80 days from transplant. Okay, that's your red Kalibos cabbage. Okay, well, thank you again for joining me today. And let's be looking for, those, how to say, today I learned the law of love, that what I give my brother is my gift to me. Well, today I learned the law of love. Today I learned the law of love. Today I learned the law of love. That what I give my brother is my gift to me. That what I give my brother is my gift to me. This is the law, my father. This is your law, my father, not my own. I have not understood what giving means, and thought to save what I desired for myself alone. And as I looked upon the treasure that I thought I had, I found an empty place where nothing was, ever was or is or will be. Who can share a dream, and what can illusion offer me? Yet he whom I forgive will give me gifts beyond the worth of anything on earth. Let my forgiven brother fill my store with heaven's treasures, which alone are real. Thus is the law of love fulfilled, and thus your sun arises and returns to you. Oh, today I learn the law of love. Today I learn the law of love. Today I learn the law of love. That what I give my brother is my gift to me. That what I give my brother is my gift to me. How near we are to one another as we go to God. How near is he to us? How close the ending of the dream of sin and the redemption of the Son of God. Today I learn the law of love. Today I learn the law of love. Today I learn the law of love. That what I give my brother is my gift to me. That what I give my brother is my gift to me. A little rough start on that one, but we got through it okay. Thank you all so much for joining me. And our word for peace is Santipap, which is from the Thai people of Thailand. So Santipap be with you. Peace be with you. Santipap. Today I learned the law of love, that what I give my brother is my gift to me. Santipap.